1, 0.
Welcome to the Dobsonian Power live show. Bam! Here we go again. Another session to point to, with my telescope, to 3i Atlas, that mysterious object that nobody knows yet what it is. Nobody knows yet for sure what it is. There are people that, from the mainstream, that as it looks like a comet in certain aspects, they say it's a comet. They shouldn't. To be fair, they shouldn't. Until they are sure about it. And there are people that think it's, by design, it's alien. And there are people that are saying that it's alien. They shouldn't, because we don't know if it's alien as well. And it can be natural and other thing that we just don't know yet, because we are very primitive in universe. However, here we are to find the truth and to watch it in real time. If it changes direction, if it boosts speed, or slow down, or suddenly stop, turn around, whatever, you will watch it in real time, because I have the telescope outside. It's a classic Dobsonian telescope of 8-inch mirror diameter. It's outside, it's over a very simple platform that tracks the movement of the sky. Many people still don't understand this. This is so as simple as this. The telescope is over something that do like this. You see? And it does the opposite of the sky. If the sky moves like this, it does the opposite, so the stars stand still. Everything else that moves at a different speed than the stars will show up like a trail, some draws. It is what it is. It is what I have, and it's better than nothing. Welcome, Ionas, GR, Tracy, Laura, Dami. Yeah, in Lisbon. Yeah. I'm aware about it. I was having my dinner and I saw it. Man, things happen. Things happen every day in the world. I will be streaming like this. Don't get this time for granted always, because this time it's 8:30 p.m. in my region, and it's only because of this object, because I should be having my dinner a bit later and I can't. I anticipate my dinners, all of them, so I can show you the object. After the object is not visible anymore, late September, when I can't anymore because it will go down towards the sun. When I can't, I will not stream at this time. It will be a different time. It depends on my afternoon or on my night, depending on the topic. By the way, I'm streaming from here. Planet Earth, continent Europe, country Portugal, region Algarve, 37 latitude, Bortle 5. Okay, I'm a bit worried today. I don't know how it will work, because it's a bit weird. We have a bit of clouds there. I will show you. And I want to see now. So you see, we have a bit of clouds. Let me see the last image. I think we will be fine. I think we will be fine, because although we have these clouds here, they are over me now, we have a good opportunity after them. So, and the movement has been, you see, going down. They accumulated here, and I saw all day, it was incredible. All day the planes putting those draws. Back to work. The peak of the summer, it's August here. The peak of the summer, tourism, etc., it's over. Back to work. And today it seems like they started. I have the sky full of those draws to boost, and they extend. It's horrible. So they will join this cloud. So I don't know very well what to expect, but I believe we might have luck. I have everything almost ready outside. I will just connect the camera. Connecting CCTV camera. Explorers, don't send me emails. The way to contact me, and I'm receiving a lot, and I don't read emails. I just read an email if I say, for instance, Tracy, send me an email or answer my email, please, and then I will search for Tracy. But all the rest I don't see. I don't see any emails. I don't see any social network accounts, messages, nothing. If you want to contact me, I always read all your comments on YouTube. It's when my focus is. If you comment anything on YouTube, I will read. But Iago, I wanted to post a link for you to check, and YouTube removes. Yes, YouTube removes the link, but the majority will be accessible to me, pending for my approval. And then I never approve any link. But I check them. So when you have things that you want me to explore or something, or to bring here, you can do that. I check. If I see that it's relevant, then I bring it here, don't worry. And for the members only, you have special access to me and to other members on Discord. But Discord, it's just for members, so I don't post a link here. And nobody should post it doesn't matter, but it's just for members, so people go there and then they can't see anything because it's blocked, it's invisible, it's just for members, the explorers of the channel. So I post regularly. Once in a while I post the link to Discord on members only community tab, so you can have access to direct access to me and to question or whatever. But the main thing is YouTube. Go to the community. I have there the community. You can post there your pictures if you want. Look at these. You know, if you want me to analyze, and more people as well. So it's the best way to contact me. I don't read emails, man. I don't have time for that. It's overwhelming and I can't. Okay. I'm telling you this because I'm always receiving emails every single day. And when I have to search for emails, I see them there, and it's crazy, Okay, it's getting darker, at least that. Connecting software. Connecting camera. Need to connect it. Hold on.
Connecting camera.
Yeah, this is very, very strange. This I will do the update, the news update in a moment. Let me first. It's very simple what's happening right now. This is the moon. And yeah, it's a bit, you can see a bit blurry, you see? These clouds coming. We can see it a bit blurry. We'll see, we'll see. I will point now to... I have the coordinates already. I made all the work before the live stream start. I had time for that, so... I will try to point to another area of the sky nearby the object location. What is even more wild is to me is that we can see it moving. Yeah, perfectly. A huge planet. I don't. It's too small for a planet, I think. Can be a chunk of a planet. That can be. This is just a beginning. It's a large mothership, sending out smaller ones to destroy the world. What will be your reaction if it turns towards the Earth? Oh God. Oh God, our reaction. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. Pointing the telescope for sure, but crazy. I will put, if that happens, I will put, let's have a plan. If that happens, I will place the telescope and I will put my all-sky camera, which is a camera that I use for meteor shower, to capture meteors in the sky, and I will put that as well. Two cameras, one in the whole sky, another one in the telescope, so we could figure it out. And with the big one, if we suddenly saw something weird or a fleet, something like that, I will go outside with the telescope to point manually there for you to see as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. A bit of clouds, but I think we can make it. From what I saw right now, the clouds will pass. So that's why I'm not in a rush right now. I'm trying to see this and what's happening with the telescope because I'm testing something to see if I can improve it. I don't know yet. I will point to a star. Hold on. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. Yeah, right now that bunch of clouds it's passing. We'll see if it's possible to see anything. In a few seconds. Yeah, we can see it. We can see it. It's super bright. You see the clouds? But I think it will be enough. They are not very thick, it's the thing. The clouds are not very thick. You know, they put the draws and then they stretch. And they get thin. It's a layer, you see? Okay.
Connecting to Alabama Space Station. Moving telescope manually outside. We need to see this green or yellow.
If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. The coordinates should be wrong. I'll have to recheck. I think I will close and see what happens. Let me recheck coordinates. They should be right. I put them before the stream, but... okay. Hold on. Okay, September the 3rd. Okay. They are wrong. Hold on. Inserting coordinates. Almost there. Magnitude 16, so still a bit dim as usual. Although yesterday we saw it very, very bright for a moment. It was crazy. Okay, opening software. I'm using an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope that I showed the picture at the beginning of the live stream. All right. There we go. You see the clouds? We can see, but I think that with the speed they are tonight, and what we saw in a satellite image, I think we will have opportunities, or better opportunities. There we go, 3i Atlas with the new coordinates. Now looks fine. So I have to move the telescope to the right and down to match the position of the intruder. Let's do it. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. Spot on. So far so good. Except for the clouds, you see. It is what it is. Spot on, man. Here, more or less. It will be more or less there, so let's do this. Freaking cloud. I think the last live stream I was analyzing, it didn't change. It didn't change the path. It was a star, and then we couldn't see anymore. Okay, it should be more or less here. So let's do the trick. Let me just check the focus so we can get as sharp as we can. We want the tiniest stars because they are a bit bloated because of the cloud. I think this is the best I can do. And now let's start. So what do we have here? So they say it's more or less here. So I should see. I will open the application to check if everything is fine. Hold on, opening application. There's a clear pattern here, so shouldn't be hard to find tonight. Let's see. Very low in the sky already. It's getting lower and lower. Look how it's almost at the middle of Libra constellation. It will keep going like this, like this, like this. This will be very hard. I will try anyway. All right. So we have these stars, the pattern, then 2 stars here, and the object, this pattern, it's here. It's exactly there because my coordinates are for 8 o'clock UTC time, which is right now. It's 7 past 8, so it should be very close. This is the object for sure. I didn't have to check any pattern because it's spot on. Now we just have to wait. I'm testing new stuff to see if I can improve the views, but unfortunately we still have the clouds. But if it works, what I'm doing, some tricks here, it will benefit us, your views, for the next live streams. I remind you that I will be streaming every day at this, almost every day, at this time, always the same time, because it's the time I can start to point there and see anything. And it will be until late September. I can tell you already that next weekend I will not be streaming. Next weekend I will not be streaming. What's happening with the camera? Okay. But I will do it Friday and then only on probably only Monday. I don't know if I will have the time because I will be busy and the time doesn't fit, and it's a priority. It's very important what I'm going to do. I will have to be controlling balancing the brightness and everything permanently because of the clouds. The clouds move, they are dynamic, so the sky is not always at the same darkness. It changes and it messes with the views. But for the clouds we are watching very well. You know, this is very bright now. Yesterday was as well. Look at this. And it looks like it has fire on the nose. Remember, I'm doing this from home with a humble telescope, okay? Yes, the camera is expensive, but I could do it with a less expensive camera. I'm doing with this one because I made a deal a while ago with the Top Tech, the brand, and I have this camera because of that. It's a powerful camera. Actually, with the clouds, we are watching better than yesterday. I think the trick I'm using, it's working. Good. Let me check something. All right, I got it. Where is it here? It's so bright that I can... Updating? You see, 9 o'clock, now it's moving. 8 o'clock UTC, now it moves. It moved. And it will keep moving. If it doesn't do anything weird, that's what we will check. It's brighter, it's brighter. Incredible. Incredible, incredible. Orangish. Look at the star. Okay, we can see the stars with kind of an orange tint at the bottom and a blue tint at the top, right? This is normal at this altitude. It's because of our atmosphere. If I point up in a good angle, 45, 30 up, 30 degrees altitude up, more or less, I would get these artifacts, these aberrations on the camera. The problem is the telescope is pointing so low that the light that comes from the sky in the direction of my telescope passes, those photons, it's photons, right? They pass through the atmosphere, but for a long distance. If it is in vertical, it's just that distance of atmosphere. But if it's horizontal, you know, it's like going a lot of distance. And it's worse. The light is scattered. And we get that, and especially being near the sun. Because it's getting closer to the sun, the object, no? So it's normal that we have these kind of aberrations. Although, the object, it's different. The object, it's orangish overall. Overall, it's not only the base that is orange and the top that is blue. It's the object that is very hot or very... I don't know. You see? No bad language. This is a family-friendly channel, okay? Use other... like I do. Let's hope it doesn't hit any moons on the way. Knock off, it may its main course, then head to the Earth. It's not impossible. I've been thinking about that you are worried about with the asteroid belt, with anything that can hit. It's not impossible, but I was thinking as well. Think with me. Well, if it's natural, that will be more dangerous, because it's natural, it goes in on its own, and whatever, it's kind of random, no? Luck. Or bad luck. But if it's by design, and as it has that anti-tail, so that light, that glow in front of it, if it's by design, it should be able to deviate from any threat. So, and adjust, you know, without us noticing. Without us noticing. Incredible with these clouds, and it's so fine. I think now it's getting much brighter than the previous days. Everything is by design. Well, it's a way to... But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. By design from other civilization. Not in that sense. Can be. It can be, man. They can't explain consciousness. It's the same filter, Angela. I didn't change anything. Everything is the same. I did some tricks in the instruments, but it's nothing. It's technical. It's nothing to do with I'm doing some tricks, but it has nothing to do. The instruments are the same. The filter. Thank you. Thank you, Sax, Coburgo, Tasuk, for your super chat. The first super chat of the night. Don't you want me to tell you? The goal is 10 super chats. And the goal is, I will tell you, I was watching a lot of time today. The scientists, the capture of Gemini that gave all that hype to the mainstream that it's a comet! Finally, we won it! I knew it! You know that? That they were almost... This has no tail. Look here. Where is the tail? The gas tail should be here because it's the blue wavelength of light. The blue is when the gas pops. No gas. No gas. It should have gas out there because they detected something, but the glow, not a gas, a tail of gas, ionized gas, by the approach to the sun, as it should be. One more anomaly. These pictures were took with Gemini telescope on south. They have two. They have one on north and on south, and they play together. And they join the images. It's two teams that work together. And I assisted at the conversations they were having during this capture. And I will tell you some things that just confirm what we think here, most of us. No tail. No tail. Now it looks like it's getting worse, the image. Probably a cloud there. Thank you, Chris! Chris Green is in the house! Thank you, Chris Green. Let me just... Is there a possibility of Atlas smashing its way through the asteroid belt and creating mayhem? It's possible, but it's not very likely, as I explained in the last live streams, because of the distance between asteroids. But you know, this is all luck. The chances are low, but the chances are low for people to win the lottery, and people won and keep winning. There are things that happen in life that the chances are very, very, very low, and they happen. So, thank you, Chris Green.
Super shot.
Super chats number 2. Bam! Super. Ultra shot. This is an ultra shot. You are an ultra explorer. And thank you, Tanjal 2400, for becoming an explorer. Thank you so much. You are an explorer. You see, now I was here making all the party, but probably our clouds. Let me change just the view to see. Well, should be a thin cloud. Oh, what's happening here? Hold on. Thank you. Hold on. I think after the stream I will calibrate this better. There we go. It's moving. Thank you. Will it hit Mars? Super chat number 3. Nomad, thank you very much again for your support. It's not supposed to hit Mars. Actually, from Mars we have 0.4 astronomical units distance. Which means one astronomical unit, for the ones that don't know, it's the distance from the Earth to the Sun. So it's a bit less than half of that distance. It's a bit. It will be roughly between 60 million and 70 million kilometers. The distance. Unless it changed trajectory to hit Mars, we don't know. Well, there are... I saw yesterday, I knew that Avi Loeb made a reflection and said that it could have sent probes in the past there, put probes there, waiting for it on Mars to go. Look, I'm not in one team or another. I like to listen to everybody and take my own conclusions. I think that is too much what he was analyzing. I think the idea that this can be by design, made by aliens, it's a good idea. It's not yet confirmed if it is or not. So everything is open. And that is open as well, the probes, etc. But I think when we start, it's like almost making already a big movie around it. There are things that, I don't know, common sense here, common sense. We didn't see any change, we'll see. The thing is, whatever it is, and this is good news, whatever it is, we soon will have, and I will show you in a moment, we will soon have loads of opportunities, and I'm sure, unless they hide, but that will be suspicious, they have to release something, people are waiting for it, we will have good opportunities. I will tell you when. I told you already the Mars Reconnaissance iSense camera I showed you yesterday. That will be on the 3rd of October. But we have more. And actually, the hopes I understood, they don't talk, but when I read them or listen to them, the mainstream scientists, I get a hint of what they are thinking and what they are doing. Look, Juno, it's to forget. They will not send Juno there. It's to forget. They will not send a probe that is on Jupiter. The probe will keep the mission that will finish by the end of this year, smashing into Jupiter. Forget it. But they will use other instruments, and where they have more faith, because they are desperate to confirm it's a comet. And I know what instrument, it's not the iSense on Mars. What instrument they have more faith in, and when they have faith or hope that they will break this all and say, finally, this is a comet. They have the hope. Hope is hope. Hope is, I hope I win the lottery. I didn't. You know. Hope is hope. But it's a clue of what they are talking behind us. Because they talk a lot. They are crazy with this object. Look, another object crossed here. An unidentified object. And it keeps moving. Funny, at the beginning was better. In the same direction. Thank you, Adelaide Marie, for becoming an explorer. Welcome. You are very welcome to this beautiful and magical spaceship. You are an explorer. It's got radio frequency transmission. I will talk about that if we reach the goal. What do you think about Boogosphere? Maybe Boogosphere come from it. Guys, I covered the drone event back that time, no? All that craziness. And although it's very hard for us to distinguish, imagine that there are aliens and there are things that are human-made, that we know. It's very hard to distinguish. What I think is that the phenomenon that we saw back that time, and that's why I abruptly, after Trump said what he said, I finished the videos about that topic, because I think it was human-made. Those objects, I think they were human-made. I believe in aliens. I'm sure there are aliens. I don't know how they are, how they exist, in what form, if they are here in a way that we can't see, we don't understand, if they are in space with these probes, if they are analyzing us and watching us. I don't know. I truly believe that. But the spheres, man. And if you think, unfortunately, where are the governments investing in, unfortunately, for our human species? Where are they crazy investing in the most? In that industry, right? And that industry, for many, many decades, require, well, more than decades, centuries, require high-tech, everything that is new, they want to exploit, to explore, for their benefit to win those battles, okay? So I think it's related with that industry and that power and that crappy people, and not with what we think. Although, in the middle of that confusion, we can have the real ones, but because of this mess, we can't distinguish. It's hard. But so far, man... And look that I'm very open-minded, I make an effort, I promise you, I make an effort. I don't like that... First, I don't like people that show themselves as professor or as doctor or as... I don't like. It's a first step. It shows ego. Then, and a bit of subtle prepotence. Then I watched that guy talking very bad about other guys, and I don't know, I didn't like. You can think different and you can believe in a totally different thing and still be respectful with each other. Especially if you work for the same platform and you win from the same company, and you know that other people have families and they are doing this. All of us are doing this for money in YouTube. All of us. Except some rarities that is, oh, I had a cancer, I want to help people to surpass, or my son is autistic. But even those, they have to spend time on YouTube. So, and the time, all of us need to pay bills. So the time you spend, or you decide, okay, I don't have time for this because I have to work. Or you decide, okay, this is giving me money, I will spend some time on this. So even those at the end do this for the money. And they do this for the money, as I do, to feed my family and to survive. So it's very, very bad to be here mocking other, that at the end they are colleagues. We are colleagues. YouTubers are, we are all doing the same thing. That's why you don't see, and look that I don't like many people, and you don't see me mocking other people. This is not mocking, this is giving you an opinion about what should be respect in the platform, and why I don't... and he or another YouTuber can have an opinion about me with respect. I don't have to like to everybody, and I'm sure I don't, because I'm from a niche. This way of thinking that we have here, it's very niche. The majority is mainstream, like that guy. So it's super easy to put in the strong side of whatever topic. The winners, the ones that are the bullies, the big ones, that because everybody, you will always have people clapping hands to you because there are many. What is hard in life, it's to know and to be and to feel in part of a minority, as I feel, and defend that minority with truth and being mocked. Because we are the ones that think differently. We are mocked. If we think differently, we are mocked everywhere. That's why I don't participate in social networks. I don't have time to be playing with hate. It's wasting time of my life. I prefer to study these things, to bring you good stuff, the best I can, rather than being on social networks. No, because this, because that, because no, I don't agree, I disagree, because... and they are there fighting each other, which is what the bosses want. And at the end, who won? You lose health, you lose time, we waste time. Okay, one of them will be right. For what? The mainstream like to act like that, because then they have the, you know, the flatters, and they hope for acceptance and their bosses, because usually mainstream are employees, so they work for somebody. While I work for myself, I don't have to follow any order. They work for somebody, and people that are employees have to please the boss in many ways. Otherwise, it will be ostracized or fired, or no budget. The alien message is there yesterday. Murmur. It's not to underestimate myself, but what I think I have that is good, and the ones of you that have know very well, the ones that don't have should fight for it, because you just don't use it. It's common sense, man. Sometimes I don't have, but most of the time I always push myself and my brain to have some common sense, which we lose a lot. We lost these last years. A lot. And it's frustrating to see. It's very frustrating. Welcome, 5 Dead Fox! Welcome to the spaceship. You are now an explorer. You are an explorer. Look, I was there. I worked since 17, man. Work and study. I was there, man. I was there in different companies. I was building a career, as they do, the mainstream people, in the matrix completely. I was completely in the matrix. I was one of them. 100%. And one of them, and I was younger, you know, when we are younger, we are very... like a wolf. Like a bull. And man, things were changing. I don't know. Things happen, life happen, and I shift completely. I changed my goals. I left the university in the last year, not because I... Man, this will be a long conversation. Mainly because I didn't feel... I felt that I was playing with a system for something. I was learning how to work, how to obey. I was not getting the knowledge I wanted to be a better person. Does that make sense? And I didn't want to work anymore for other people. So I shift everything. I start shifting. Now I'm better than when I started. It's a process. It's a good process. Thank you, Marcus Q, for joining the spaceship. And also Craven for joining the spaceship as well. You are an explorer. you know. My telescope is doing a mess now. In a moment it will stop doing, it will turn red, but I will do it again. It's moving a lot, but it looks like the same size of draw, the same speed, the same everything, you know. Thank you, Photograph Stenberg, for your strong super shot. Super shot. The screen is lagging. Thanks for your cool show. Thank you for being here. I like to do this. Unfortunately, I need to work for others, but I don't talk much with them. They don't want to listen different things. I had to work for... we all have to work. And it's not easy to shift from 9 to 5 to your own business, your own... Especially now we have many obstacles because they don't want you to do that. The system wants you plugged in. You see the red? I'm a visionary. I will have to restart this. And it's not easy. But you can work for others, but you do what I did during a long time. This was a process. I shift, but I didn't start working for myself one day to another. It was a process that took 2 or 3 years. But it was a plan that I was implementing slowly. I like to work, learn with nature, man. Slowly, it's faster. Slowly, patience, things one day at a time. It's the way that you reach the goal faster, because at the end you will do a consistent path. While you try shortcuts and then you mess it all. You gotta have luck, and sometimes it's not statistically. You mess it all. Design a plan, man. Make a plan. And even people, because there's people that was not born to be entrepreneur. For instance, my family, and most of them, my parents couldn't work for themselves. They when I gave this step, they were like scared, and what are you going to do? And you have a good job and blah blah blah, you know, because they are employee souls. They are very stuck to the system, plugged. The system should be the comfort zone. The system is right. We rely on the system. We don't have to think too much. We just do what we are told to do. And you, if you are like that, it's normal. There's many people like that. They can't handle that stress or that. And you feel bad in your job. You design the same plan, but to change for another job that makes you happier. You don't need to work by yourself as I do to be happier. Your path might be to work for a company, whatever, or to other people, but in something that fulfills you. It fulfills you so much that it's almost like the money is a bonus. It fulfills you so much that you don't mind to receive orders. Actually, you will prefer. You don't have that responsibility, but you are doing what you want. Imagine that you love to paint. You really love to paint, but you are a mechanical. But suddenly, life puts you in an opportunity and you risk, and somebody is willing to pay you work for them, a salary just to paint. You will not mind to work for other people because you are finally painting, which is what you love to do. You know what I mean? Just do it, man. I saw here during all these years of YouTube, people from the community, I talk about these things and they change their life. It's sometimes you just need this little boost of motivation to give that step, because the step is already there. You cooked already. We should have the courage to move away. So many are suffering within this fallen system. Always suffering, I don't know, we humans, we are always suffering for one thing or another. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I believe that. Sometimes it's like ups and downs, and it's very easy for us when we are down in our lives to see all, we can't see the light. And suddenly life changes, man. How many times you were like the best day, the worst day of your life, and suddenly something happened that you said, what the heck was this, man? Luck, God, whatever, a star, a lucky star. Life is life, man. Boogosphere samples were tested by scientists involved. The samples are not on our periodic table. That's interesting. That's interesting. I would like to know more about that. You know, Mitch, the problem is that the same with that I told you. There are so many human-made things and things that are obscure and things that they hide, that then it's very hard for us to realize to distinguish what is from what isn't. Might be, man. It might be that they use those some probes, some spheres for a long time, and we don't know, to scan the Earth, to scan our movements. Who knows, man? But military, that is the industry that has the best technology on that, they don't show us, so we don't know what they have. It's very hard, man. It's a realm that, to me, it's too much for my brain. Really. About this atlas. Well, let me first see. Let me first look the cloud. Reset the telescope so we can have time and do another capture, okay? Hold on, I will talk more. Much more. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. The aliens. Okay, I think we are more or less fine. Let's see now. Where is the spaceship? Right here. There's a galaxy near. Here. The location tonight it's easy. All right. So she'll be here. Let's see. And wait, she'll be here. Oh, here already. Yes, because that was the previous location. 1 hour ago. More than 1 hour. She'll be this orange thing here. Yeah. Let's wait a bit. She'll be this. Only those likes? I will close the live stream. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. But what's up? It's free, the like. The like, it's free. I know you forgot. You're not used to it. Thank you, Miss Honeybee is in the house. And it brings 5 new members to the crew. Loads of people. You brought a party. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Sit down and relax. You are an explorer. I finally understand that scene in Independence Day where all the people are standing on the buildings with their signs. Are you really live? No, I'm not live. I'm answering you in the future and the past or whatever. Smash that like button. It was human-made. Well, now we will have different opinions. We'll have different opinions. Man, there are many things that... something is off, man. It's like you sent me... Different people sent me like that thing of the galactic... what's the name? The Galactic Federation and whatever. And I promise you that I made an effort to listen to some of and watch some of those people. And something is off, man. My gut says, man. When they start planning, because I will have a meeting, and I had a meeting with them. And they said to me, man, and the others, so you have special powers and we don't. But they say you all have the power, but you have to learn it. Something is off, man. I promise you that I make an effort always to watch those to live those moments with an open mind. Okay, let's see. This is true. Let's see. And they start well, because if you notice, not only people that are on that, but in other stuff as well. Usually, they say truths. They say things that I truly believe, and I agree, and I'm like the guys that talk about the geekos, and I can't say the word here. I don't know why. You know, they say things that are very strong things that I believe, I truly believe. But then they put that feels off. I believe that we all have special powers, but not... Well, for instance, that kind of people have a special power of... because many people believe that... okay, I will ask them. It's like me now saying that it will be hard because I will be dishonest and I don't like. But I could pretend here that I have a superpower, I'm talking with them. Look, there's a very simple way for us to... okay, let's make a deal, if any of you believe that. I will give the benefit of the doubt, because they said they contact them, and they talk with them, and it's aliens that coming, blah blah blah, okay? If they come and they don't contact us or don't show up, to me is a confirmation that they didn't tell the truth. But consciousness is different. I truly believe in consciousness. Actually, I almost feel, and probably you as well, not almost, I feel that I'm detached from my brain. I understand when my brain is tricking me. Not all of the times, because brain is always tricking us, shaping this reality for us. Come on, guys. The reality we see has nothing to do with the real stuff. We are all atoms, no? And inside the atoms, if you go at the subatomic level, even worse. But the atoms by themselves, they have the electromagnetic field. And the atoms don't touch each other. Every atom of my hand are not touching each other. And that's the reality we live in. I feel my hand against the other hand or against something solid because they repel each other. As they repel, we feel that, and it looks like it's solid, but the thing is that they are repelling. They don't touch at the subatomic level, and this is, even mainstream science show this. They can get dogmatic. Yeah, when I see things that, and I criticize that in mainstream science, they act like a cult. I don't like very much, man. I don't like very much. Because when you enter in a cult mode, it's like, imagine that we are a cult here. And I'm the Brahma. The special power that I have connection directly with Andromeda. And you all believe that. And I promise you that in 20 years a spaceship will come and will bring us together. And we'll leave this planet the planet will explode, but you will be safe with me in Andromeda Galaxy. A cult. Then everything I say is a dogma. Will be no, he's right. If I say the sky is red, no, he's right, because he's special, he has a superpower, and he will live with us the planet to Andromeda. So it's a dogma. Yes, Miss Honeybee, I think so. I kind of think that we limit ourselves, it's true. That makes sense to me, that we have powers that we are not using. But man, I will have a meeting with the Galactic Federation on Wednesday at 7 PM. It feels off, man. It feels off to me. The Anunnaki, I don't know. We know, what do we know about the Anunnaki? We know that ancient civilizations like the Sumerians and in other places, there are giant drows with giants that we think they are the Anunnaki. Something they saw, or something made them put that on stone for eternity. What? That I can be more open-minded about that, for instance. Then we have strong evidence that there's another planet there, a big one. Some call it Nibiru, some call it Planet X, but there's evidence, and mainstream science has evidence of that. We never saw it. We are not ready. It can be that they are out there and they think we are so primitive that we are not ready. But from that to choose to pick that one and that one, for what reason? And you talk like you were talking with your boss, that you have a meeting. It reminds me a company. Those guys that have a meeting with the direction and come to the subdits, the lower level ones, and say, oh, I was with them, I had a meeting, and they said you should do this and this. And next week I will have another meeting. So I'm your man. Talk with me because I talk with them. It's the same thing, man. Water. But water is everywhere in the universe. We have ancient planets. Bad era. HB18. A big ancient planet they discovered. What is this here? Can it be a star? Near the object, it's here. Hold on. Let's check. It's a probe. Let me check. It's a star. It's a star. Okay. You see? They should be here. 1, 2, 3 stars. This one should not appear. It's very faint. But at least these ones. And the Atlas, it's here. So no. It's a star. It's passing through the star. Let me check the speed. Yesterday I didn't update. Let's update today. So they have speed 63.9. Let me update because I forgot at the end and I decided I will do it live. 63.9. Let's see, updating if they... It's so complicated, this kind of 3i Atlas. Yesterday I let this rolling and then I forgot to see if updating it changed the speed. Because here on Stellarium they have, here it is. Let's update. So it's right now, before updating, it's 63.958 kilometers per second. Very fast. 958. Okay. Come on. It's thinking. Stars are world and they are all inhabited. We don't know. Okay. But regardless, you can believe whatever you want. I'm just giving my opinion and you are free to... And maybe I should change my mind. But I need more than that. I need something more than that. To believe in... And the remote... what's the name? The remote contact or whatever. We know that on NASA they during a long time, and probably they still do it because of that industry again. Always the same. The remote viewing. Thank you. The remote viewers is something that I believe it can exist, but then the ones that they test are hidden by them. It's a secret. And then we have these ones that are here, you know. That it's very hard, man. It's very, very hard. I promise you that when you show me something that it really touch my gut, it has to touch my gut. I used to follow my brain a lot, but since I start listening to my gut more often, most of the times I'm spot on. It helps me a lot in my life. The guts. I used to neglect a bit my guts because, you know, we are rational, we think we are very intelligent and this makes sense and this and this. While the gut is saying the opposite. The gut, the heart, the gut. The heart is more, it's another important piece of it. Heart, gut and brain. The three different functions, but the gut, it's the one that I realize that it's very important for you to listen. When you are knowing someone, listening something new, it's the first one to give the alert. The brain tricks us. I'm noticing that the best time it should be right at the beginning. Then it gets, well, it's cloudy today. I will not tell anything. The magnitude, look, I will tell you. 16 from NASA. Shirley, thank you for your super chat.
Super chat.
Chris, NASA says 16.083. So 16. It's very difficult for this telescope. You see, Chris, with 16 we can do it with this. With clouds, with moon, low altitude. Thank you, Thomas Hayes. A resident here. Member for 8 months. I knew, a resident. Oops, a super explorer. You are a super explorer. It did start to decrease speed. Chris Green, answering what you were talking about. I closed Stellarium already. I closed Stellarium, or did it crash? It crashed with all this update. That's a huge spaceship. You know that there's people, I'm always telling this is a trail because the software keeps the previous image there and looks like a cigar, but it's not. It's a trail. And many people still enter in the live streams, they are new, and think that is a cigar shaped like Oumuamua. And it looks like a spaceship and whatever, man. They won't believe that, and that's it, man. We just let it flow, man. What can I do? I explain here. I can do more. I think I explain. I have bad English, but I think I explain in a way that is, man, if my kids can understand. So 63 point... is not getting 3i Atlas? Why? Oh, it's here. Speed 63.9. It didn't update. I'm not sure if it crashed or not. This is a bit of a mess. Let's wait a bit and update again to see if change the speed or not. We are not alone. It's hard to trust things blindly, especially when it's presented to us as the truth by the controllers. Especially when that happens. I always doubt when something is presented me as the truth, and if I question, they don't like. Whatever the source is. Always. It's off. Something is off there. My gut immediately sends an alert to my brain. Immediately. Let's see if it doesn't crash. I will leave it like this. Gut intuition. Intuition. Not a great time to have visitors. Our house is not clean. Okay, it crashed. I will do that after the live stream. It crashed. I'm streaming, for the ones that don't know, I'm streaming from here. Planet Earth. Continent Europe. Country Portugal. Region Algarve. 37 latitude Bortle 5. When it passes the sun, it will get so hot. Let's talk about that. It was what I was going to tell you. We are all beings of light. We are all beings of light. Consciousness from light within. We are all connected. The earth, the moon, the king sun, everything. I believe that. I truly believe that. And that is something that makes sense. And it's something that gives us the comfort of understanding that and not panicking, because we have this limited amount of time here during this journey that we are experiencing together right now. So it's something that it's kind of a relief to think that that we are, it's kind of the opposite. We came here and we come back to the source, to home. Home is not here but there. Where? I don't know. Who knows? Probably it's meant to be like this for us to not know, because if you think, if you knew that it's really like that 100%, and your life was going through a really harsh moment, really bad, your life, imagine right now it's a mess, you are suddenly under the bridge, you have no friends, you have no family, you lost everybody, for instance, a tragedy. And you think, well, why should I fight for my life if I'm going back home and it will be much better? So probably things are made in a way that for us never know that for sure, because it's a belief, no? Thank you, Ceci Roldan Diaz, for becoming an explorer. Bienvenida. Bienvenida a la nave. You are an explorer. And thank you, Thomas Hayes, for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Step in. There's place for you all.
Super shot.
Don't forget, it's 1 month that you have now. And if you want to extend the membership more than 1 month, this one is free. Thanks to Thomas. If you want to extend, 99 cents a month. Come on, it's like buying me a coffee. Imagine that you are buying me a coffee and I say all these silly things to you. And you enjoy the coffee. And you have access to exclusive content there. Watch one of the live streams just for members, the Secret Chamber. The Secret Chamber. And if you like, participate. It's healthy what we do there. Nothing weird, but does the image looks like it's curled? It can, man. It's well, actually, it's the condition is bad tonight. Let me check the clouds. You see, if we knew that we are gone and suddenly we are in a paradise where peace is forever, is eternal, that state of existence, part of everything, we won't fight for our lives, man. And we are here for some reason. And one of the things is to fight for life, to survive. That's in all nature. So that is kind of, we never know 100% the truth, but it's something that it's a clue from nature to us. Everyone, every being fights for life. So you should do the same. Always. And you don't need to hurt anybody to do that. Well, in clouds here. It's what we have tonight. At the beginning of the stream was very bright, was better. Yeah, it looks like it's curled, but can be the jerkiness of this. Tonight. Life is a journey for the evolution of the soul. Look how it's so simple, and what a good sentence to say, Laura. Life is a journey for the evolution of the soul. Write that. Write that. I don't like chemicals, neither do I. Neither do I. I don't drink, I don't take... I just take painkillers when it's really, really needed, or medicines. I hate chemicals. I use all organic stuff in my garden. Most people live life wishing they were somewhere else. That's right, and lose the whole experience. That's right, man. Always searching for something. Man. I know some of them, they waste so much. And they don't enjoy. At the end, they are always uncomfortable. They are always like, I need to go somewhere else. Still pretty good, yeah. Still pretty good. Tonight I found it fast, yeah. I'm getting used to this. I'm preparing for more stuff that might come. I just want to be here with this. Guys, it can be called an obsession. Because I wake up, I think in 3i Atlas, I go to bed, I think in 3i Atlas. The other day I had a dream with 3i Atlas, but I couldn't remember what was it. I woke up, I know it was 3i Atlas, I was thinking, but I couldn't. Sometimes we just can't. I forgot what it was. And I'm always waiting for this moment. So I will keep doing this until it's gone. And then, let's go to that. I forgot. So we will have something. We have more news. Now, let me give you what I think it's the truth right now. The point is, as I said yesterday, I think now they are in standby. Mainstream scientists and everybody, even AV Loeb, okay, reflections and things, but there are no tough studies. Look, the situation is this. All the telescopes released some images. Yes, I think they are hiding more, but what they are hiding doesn't have impact on their agenda or their narrative. That is, it's a comet and that's it. As it doesn't have that strength, what happened? Okay, I don't know what happened with the camera. As it doesn't have that string on their side, they are shut up. Better shut up. Let the dust settle. And as they don't release more studies because they don't have anything, what we have right now, it's against a comet hypothesis. It's more towards the alien hypothesis than the comet. But in fact, we don't know. So they prefer to let it pass. Pretend, you know, when animals pretend they are gone, like that. They are pretending. So the thing pass. And they will always as well, and other people, because they don't have more things to work with. The studies are made and they have nothing. The object, as you can see, it's in this with this inclination. So it's going towards the sun more and more. Each day that passes, it's harder to watch this object. Especially with the telescopes we have. James Webb can't do anything else because it's already in a position that James Webb can't point there. It's very risky, it can hurt, it can damage James Webb. It's very close to the sun already. And they are waiting. So what I believe is that it will come, it will go to make the perihelion, and everybody will be quiet. And then, that's the thing that I said to you. I have the clues from them. And then, we will have on the 3rd of October, we will have the, let me close this, the approach to Mars. And they have that camera that I showed you, the Hisense, in the reconnaissance orbiter. That is an orbiter that takes high-resolution pictures of Mars. It's the job of that probe. And they will take that opportunity to try to take high-resolution pictures of the object. That will be very important. But there's one that I just saw that is more important to them, that I noticed that it's more important to them, and they are not talking too much about it. I will show you. Let me just put here the object while I start the telescope. Well, so you can see where is it. So you see, right now, 3rd of September. In 1 month, exactly 1 month, it will be here. So 3rd of October, it will be here. This is when they have that hope. With the reconnaissance camera, Hisense camera, and they have more cameras. They have more instruments on Mars and European Space Agency as well. So they will use a battery of instruments to try to prove it's a comet and to gather information. But there's one that they are not talking about, but I noticed that it's their best hope. It's kind of their secret that they have. I will show you. Let me just start the telescope because put the light on. I'll show you. What is it? Actually, I will not store it. I will do something after the stream. So I just disconnected. Thank you, Craven, for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you so much.
Super shot.
So it's this. Let me just check the dates. It's this. They are hoping that this spacecraft, that it's called JUICE from European Space Agency, can give them near the perihelion, which means on 29th of October. It can gather the best information. Juice will be 43 million miles from the object. Then they will have also Psyche. That will be around 28 million miles. And then they have $18 million miles. The reconnaissance, it's that one that I showed you yesterday. Height resolution, that one is very important. And this one, I don't know very well why. They are crazy with this one. And they are hoping that because after that closest approach, it will move. We think it will move. And it will get brighter. And it's the moment after the perihelion in 29th of October. So during November, it's the best moment they will have with these instruments on space, because the object will be in the best position and conditions as well. From Earth will be very hard. They know already that the Very Large Telescope, the Very Rubin, the Gemini, the Atlas, all these telescopes that are on Earth, what they could do, they did already. And they know that. And Hubble and James Webb as well. So now they have this second wave of instruments that are more powerful and are closer because they are on space. And they will have that opportunity in November. So I believe that from now, from yesterday, I said this yesterday, until November, unless something crazy happens, but that will be in favor of probably in the alien hypothesis. So the chances are, until November, that if something happens, we'll add more fire, more gasoline to the fire. The alien hypothesis. Because they don't have anything, but they don't want us to understand that they don't have anything, and they will not have anything until this time. So you can count on that. They will not release anything powerful until this time. Unless, imagine that now we are observing and it has no tail, it still has no tail, nothing. But suddenly tomorrow, I will be here with you, and suddenly we are imaging this, pointing the telescope, and suddenly it starts to get on fire. Or it's getting closer to the sun and break apart. It splits in two pieces. For instance, if those kind of events appear or happen, and they are big and we can see all that fire, that gas, that everything, that will be news. But if it's still, imagine that it's by design and it will handle all the solar activity like Oumuamua did, and nothing happened special. They are waiting for it and nothing. Only on November, it's their last opportunity. It's not the last one, but the best opportunity they will have to do something. To confirm that it's a comet, they are desperate to confirm. To say it's not alien. I think they are more willing to say it's not alien than to say it's a comet. Although with Oumuamua they call it was not, but they call it a dark comet. So as they have that precedent, they have already the dark comet invention. They can apply here, and they know that, okay, if it's not very, and probably it's not, because it's very exotic, we say it's a dark comet. I heard that there is a huge black wall approaching after 3i Atlas. Where did you see that? The size of our sun? That will be visible. Black wall? How's that, a wall? It's a square or what? Need to specify, man. They have turned on the inertial dampers. I don't know what that is. It's a unique object. That is for sure. They can't tell the truth. Can be. Many times they don't tell because they can't. Well, actually they could, but they don't want because of the mess it would cause. While in space, yeah, that's... Man, I never forget. We entered the school. Here it was, I entered the school for the first time, 6 years old. That confusion. I have very good memories from childhood. My friends say, how can you remember that? Because it was a happy moment of my life. And as I buried, and it works, bad moments, you process the bad moments and you bury it and move on. You leave, I believe, you leave space for the memories, the good memories. And it fulfills you better. You know what I mean? This is a bit weird, but it's very interesting and it works. 6 years old. All the kids there. I was with my mom. The second, we called it a class, a second year. I remember to ask for the first time someone, another boy like me, 7 years old. He was a big boy. He was my friend. Look. Space. What is space? Where did it end? And the boy said to me, look. Space, you see, it has space. It has what we see in the air. And then it has a wall. And it's always wall. And I believed that. For a while. So now you remind me with that thing of the wall coming here. You remind me, the boy, man. For you to see, 7 years old, I remember lots of stuff from my childhood. The truth will not be exciting. It will be like explaining that it's chocolate. But unlike any other kind of chocolate ever seen, because it has less bubbles than usual. But the thing is that this doesn't look like chocolate. It's the same as I showed you. Look, this is chocolate. And I showed you a bar that looks like a bar of chocolate. It has the same shape, but it's orange. And then I turned the bar, and instead of being a thin plaque, it has like a circle, for instance. And then it is I don't know, with let's see, with onions over it. And you say, but chocolate doesn't have onions. Well, you see, and I start adding weird stuff, and you want to think and believe that it's a chocolate. It's more or less something like that. Any idea what shape Atlas is? No, nobody knows. It can be rounded, but I believe it's kind of egg-shaped. It's what I believe. Not completely a ball, but egg-shaped. That's why my thumbnails in the live streams have always that shape, more or less. I learned that I wish I learned more in school. Don't go to college unless you want to go, to get the most of it. Everyone should have a couple. Pluto's orbit looked odd to me. Why is that? How can we be certain that 3i Atlas actually misses us? Is it certain enough in such a short time frame? Henningberg, the orbit says so. And we track and monitor loads of asteroids, for instance. Many of them, we don't know, they appeared from nothing because everything that comes behind the sun we can't see, like we will not see this object. And they don't want us to understand this. They don't want very much us because people will think that we can't protect them. And it's true, they can't. Because they say they can't. If an asteroid comes behind the sun, it's a blind zone that we have. You will not see it until the last minute, as it happens loads of times. The thing is, it came like a ghost, it popped up 48 hours before impact, but it didn't impact because it flew. But for instance, the last one I remember, Chelyabinsk. Remember Chelyabinsk in Russia? That it didn't fortunately hurt anybody, or it didn't vanish at anybody, but for a large area, it exploded all the windows and shook everything. People were like mad, crazy, scared. It exploded in the air. Imagine, in the air. That asteroid, we didn't detect it. And there are many asteroids that we detect and we know the orbits, etc. And they match. But those we didn't detect. And more to come. It's a real threat that people don't realize. Because they don't speak about this. If something hits... Man, this is common sense. If a rock hits another rock, of course, it will change direction. And that can be a problem. So, to answer your question, if something happens and hits that, or if it's alien and decided to do something. But if it's natural and it doesn't touch anything, it's a giant pyramid.
The Anunnaki. They're coming.
Could be an ark coming to save us. Could be. But it doesn't look like an ark. And then we won't fit all there. Who do you think they would choose? They would pick. I have a small telescope. With a small telescope, look, another thing. If something... This is for November. I'm watching ahead because I'm planning stuff. If for November nothing happened and it's like Oumuamua, the behavior, we will not see it naked eye. You will see it through the live streams with telescopes. If it approaches the sun and something happens and it starts releasing stuff, you will see it naked eye on November. I will be warning you in advance, so don't worry. I'm very close to that kind of events because I love it. So don't worry. If something happens and it will be possible to watch naked eye, how is the diameter measured? That's a problem. They have a problem. They don't know the diameter. They have the brightness. They try to measure the diameter, but it's too bright. And then with the calculations they made for the CO2, they identify that it's too much. This brightness, it's too much brightness to be all from the sun. To have this brightness from the sun, it had to be 46 kilometers. You see, they make this kind of calculations, but I think they will miss at the end. They will know when it crosses in November. By the end of October, they will know those measures, but right now they don't. I have a small idea who they will pick. The message from yesterday. The message from yesterday. Oh, it was so cool. NORAD is being moved to Alabama. I know, I said that. That's why I was joking with Alabama. Contacting Alabama. Asking permission to watch. Now it's NASA, it's a secret service. NASA, it's the CIA from space. Man, Western countries are a bit of a mess now. They are united now in the East, and they are evolving, and we are wasting time with crap. And I think it's part of that move that can benefit the channel, and also because I think they will invest, and Trump is good. He likes to invest on space. I think they will invest a lot in space. I don't know if it's in things that I would like them to invest. Probably they will invest in stuff that it's crap. But either ways will be interesting here for us to follow, because investing in space means more eyes in the sky. So more eyes in the sky means we will detect more stuff and weird stuff as well. Maybe we will detect finally aliens in a good way, in that no doubt it's an alien. While this we have the doubt, we don't know. Thank you, Bianca. Alexander, for your super chat.
Super shot.
Thank you. So they are moving to Alabama. NASA. The base. Space Command, exactly. The Space Command, it's moving to Alabama. But do you think China isn't? Of course, it's watching. China don't play while they are working. They work like Chinese. Actually, they have one probe that will Tianwen 1, I think. It's Tianwen. Tianwen is a probe. Where is it? Where is that? Because they don't tell anything. They are so opaque, man. It's a shame, man, the world like this. They will keep this fight, West, East, Always, man. It never ends, man. Now it will be on space, man. You'll see. We don't evolve, man. Let me see if they have that here. No. Tianen. Space. Craft. I think it's Tianen. Tianwen. Tianwen. Tiani. They don't have, man. We don't know anything about them. It's this. Tianwen 1 orbiter. It's that one. Mars exploration mission. You see? It's nearby those that the United States and Europe have in Mars. So they will, but they don't share information. Maybe they share this kind of information. I don't know. They have better technologies, but they hide them, man. We don't share technology. We are always fighting. Well, they are not fighting in any battle, which is crazy. It's something that I think about. They are not fighting, man. We are fighting every day, here, there. No, this is, man, politics, let's see. This is different. This is, we can't detach, we can't be like having blinders. We can't, I have common sense. I don't want us to go into religion, into politics, but it's impossible for me to detach many things from talking about God, or because many people talk about God. The thing is, God, consciousness, can be seen by cosmos, by the universe, by life. You can call it life, and it's the same. It's easier. But I don't enter into religions, any of them. But politics the same. I don't like them. But for my work and to understand what I'm going to do with you, it's important to understand overall. Overall, to me, they are all have the same goals. They have these different styles. The goal is always control. Power, control, money. Power, control, money. Especially the control, no? All of them. All politics in the world. So it's important for us to see certain movements. This meeting that the three of them had in the East right now, it's relevant. And what Trump does, it's relevant because it's United States. And what Europe does, it's relevant because it messes with a lot of countries. And it's the Western direction. I want to know for my kids what they are planning so I can defend myself and act accordingly ahead of time. Some things we have to know. If I see, okay, they want to control this and this and this, let me protect what I have in this so I can have a life that I can handle without them to control me. You know what I mean? It's important. What I don't like is the left is good, the right is better, the left is better. That is a waste of time. Eviloy was saying that we need to get to a global message agreement. Man, that common sense, you see. And I was thinking, anybody thinks any of the BRICS countries will ask for anyone approval to send their own message? I don't know. Why has USA shut down NOAA weather sats? I don't know, man. They are shutting down things, others don't. I understand that this new wave that we have in the United States want to break a bit of that topic, and you know, It's always the same. History says when the winners change the things, then they lose. They came different winners, they change everything again. Nickel without iron. That means it's a ship. It's a strong argument that can be a ship. Because it's nickel without iron, it's only by design. They are very fed up with that. How much nickel on the moon? I have no idea. Is it possible to capture this probe and bring to the Earth? No, we don't have, and that's another anomaly that reinforce the alien side, because if it's alien, they sent not only in the right position that we couldn't see until it's too late. So from Sagittarius, the core of our galaxy there, in front of Sagittarius, that direction, it's full of debris, we can't see there, so they can be hidden. And then when they pop up, they knew, if they are aliens, they knew that we couldn't have the technology to reach there yet. And we don't. Our rockets, now that is near, will be near the sun and other planets, our rockets don't have the enough time and speed to go there. And we can't capture it. Their narrative, yeah. Common sense needs picking back up. We all know what's right and wrong in the mind, heart and soul. Exactly that, man. Exactly that, 7-Eleven. Exactly that, man. Spot on. Spot on. No, it's by design. Iron, it's by design. Of course, they say, maybe because because it has many billion years more than our solar system. Solar system, 4.6 billion years. So it has more. So it can give us a hint. They do everything to step away from alien. It can give you as a hint that in other star system they have different physics or different materials. They try to justify, but they don't have any evidence of that. That's okay to think like that. That hypothesis, it's okay. Okay, it can be because there are no comets with only nickel. With nickel without iron. No comets have that. They have always iron. Okay, maybe we can learn from other star system, and maybe this is not a comet. Maybe we can learn that there are different objects in solar system that are not comets, and maybe it can be made by design as well. Let's put all the things that can be possible over the table and not neglect the alien by design hypothesis just because we feeling uncomfortable to say the word alien. It's just because of that. It's not because it's not a viable thing. It is, man. If they send the probes with the golden records, the Voyager, the Pioneers, it's because they believe that message will reach somebody. That's because they believe there's life out there. Otherwise, they won't send anything. Send a message to whom? I will not write a message here and put it in the trash outside, because I know nobody will read. That makes no sense. But if I want to leave a message to my wife and kids, I put a message here, I leave it at the kitchen, and I know that my wife will inevitably find it, for instance, or in the living room or whatever. You know, if they sent the probes with a message, each one, the Pioneer 10, the Pioneer 11, and then the Voyager 1 and the Voyager 2. The difference was the Pioneers were plaques in metal, and the Voyager 1 and 2 in gold, golden records. But the messages were kind of the same stuff, telling what we are, where we are in the universe. To whom? To humans? No. To probable extraterrestrial life. So if they believe that we can have, not to microbes, which is another thing that even the ones that truly believe that there are life out there, they don't want to say. They prefer to say, oh, maybe there's life out there, like microbes. Man, they are so silly, man. They don't realize how silly they are. They need a mirror in front of them. Microbes. So we sent those messages with a draw with a human, a man and a woman naked. For microbes to read? No. For an advanced civilization that we believe it can be out there, and we'll see and contact us because we desperately want to know if there's somebody there. And with that despair of knowing, that obsession, some people do, in my opinion, the mistake of sending the coordinates to them without knowing if they are bad or they are good. It's silly. I like Carl Sagan, but I think he made a huge mistake. It was because of him. He pushed that in that way. Carl Sagan, an astronomer. I like him a lot. But the fact that I like him, I don't have to agree with everything he says. And the fact that he was a very important astronomer doesn't make him God. It was a huge mistake, man. Huge mistake to send that message. Not a single other country is talking about 3i. Nobody talks about anything that the system don't want you to talk about. Look, the news in the world belongs to another company that belongs to another company that belongs to it's a cluster. It's a cluster. They try to make us believe that it's not. It's a cluster. And you have the proof. Very simple. One news in an agenda occurs at the same time, the same moment, everywhere in the world. Because it has one top direction, like in a company. You have the president that says, send this message to the system. Send this message to the people. The assistants send a message to the directors send a message to the others, and then everybody will know. So it's one to many. That's what it is right now in the world. Except some very, very, very tiny and independent media that work here and there that nobody knows, and they ostracize, so they won't have the success. Big mistake, it's a little too late now. Yeah, but it was a mistake. It's when I say this, real bad daddy, many people say, but Voyager didn't make the solar system. They couldn't read the message. And if Oumuamua is connected with this alien civilization that has the 3i Atlas, didn't Oumuamua pass through our solar system? And if there are more that we didn't see yet, probably we will with the new Vera Rubin observatory, the largest camera in the world. I bet we will watch more once in a while, things like this. And if they passed and we didn't see it, man, in the 50s it started. Who's gonna see it? Galileo? You see, If we start thinking out of the box, there are possibilities. It's not impossible. They want us to believe it's hyperbolic and will leave our sun's gravitation. However, the perfect undetectable approach and towards Mars is in particular seems not coincidental. Yeah, that's why I don't believe that hypothesis of Avi Loeb about having probes in Mars. No, if they know, they are advanced and they know from Oumuamua passage or others, they know already what we do, what we are, the mess we are. They will avoid at all cost Mars, because Mars it's like a thief go to steal near where the police officers are, for instance. I don't know. Makes no sense. So I believe they can gather information scanning. They don't need the probes, probably. If they are alien, we don't know. No evidence. No evidence of anything. No evidence of anything. Have another system tracking 3i Atlas, only NASA? Everybody is tracking 3i Atlas. Everyone that has telescopes in the world is tracking 3i Atlas. But Tiago, but they are not talking about that because they don't have anything that supports their narrative. Another system. Most likely. It comes from another system. The pyramids are property markers. Designed into them are all the dimension of the earth. That's a property marker. You can't mistake. A pyramid, it's very mysterious, fascinating, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, 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 crazy. Something is off there as well in their narrative. Very off. Many agencies, everyone, man. Don't be fooled by their lack of speaking. They want you to believe they are not interested in that. Everyone is pointing there. Everyone. The proof is that everyone already released information, but the thing is, it was not what they were expecting. I don't know why. What's the problem? I don't know. That is suspicious, and that makes me think that if they are permanently lying and trying to avoid and hiding anything that is related with alien, makes me suspect that they know something that they don't want us to know, and they don't want to tell us. They know something probably even before this 3i Atlas. That they know something about aliens they don't want us to know, and that's the reason they want to avoid at all cost, because there's no other reason. What's the problem to think that maybe life out there? If we sent the probes with the messages, if the former NASA administrator said many times, I listened to him, Nelson, to say that the NASA was searching for life out there, and he said, we didn't find yet. When we find, I promise I will tell you. If was telling the truth or not, it's another thing, but it's all that. So what's the problem in putting over the table that? You see, it makes me doubt. If they acted naturally, it will be much better, but they don't act, because when we don't act naturally, it's because we are hiding something. The angels in a rock? I think angels don't need any rock, man. Angels can just go, if they exist, they can just, you know. Imagine me talking, having this conversation. Well, I couldn't because here I have your feedback in the local bar. Without drinking. Imagine the guys that drink listen to me. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, Thordisk. Welcome, welcome.
To the spaceship.
You are an explorer. Enjoy the journey here. It's crazy.
You are an explorer.
A good truth there. We are easier to control if we know nothing. Very well, David Potter. Very well said. It's all about that. What an exciting time to be alive. That's true, that's true. But if we think all the times have been exciting, except I bet 5 years ago you didn't feel that. Can we use a satellite in Mars orbit to see up close? I just talked about that. We will use the Hisense camera from Mars reconnaissance as a huge amount of height resolution. We will use JUICE from ESA. We will use Tianm from WE. The Chinese will use Tianm. Let's see if they release the information. We will use... there's more, man. There's more around Mars that we will use. Hope. Hope as well. Tianwen 1, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, so MRO. Hope. They will use all that they can. JUICE. They are having loads of hope on JUICE. You see comets? These are comets turning around here. I don't use the word comet because it's not a comet until we know it's as valid 50-50 as actually, well, let's say 50-50. To say it's a comet or it's an alien, it has the same problem. We don't know. So it's an object, a sky object, space object. It's an object from the sky. We'll see if it's a comet, we will call it a comet. If it's not a comet, I doubt it's a comet. Saturn Aliens Base. We'll all be annoyed if it goes by without noticing us. It can happen. It's... who was? Mishu Miyaku. That said, I think they can be out there and they just don't care about us. We are irrelevant. Can be. And it's a scientist, no? Tiago T. Something to share off the overwhelming tyranny. That will be... There are beautiful, but without any evidence, hypotheses about being something that will change us. That will be beautiful. I would like that to be true. Change us for better. Well, it's not difficult to change for better. What if there is life form turds on our giant nickel dumps? What if? What if? The Rapture. Xenon. If they created us, who created them? Good question. Good question. Well, created. They could have tweaked us only. They could have tweaked, and they could tweak us once in a while. This will decide what is true, science or religion. No. Why? Doesn't have to be that way. And it can decide that none are correct. Neither science, neither the religion. A bunch of anomalies. I have the list here. I believe that this list will stand by now. Will be like this, which is a lot. No gas. Too fast for a comet. No gas for a comet. The third interstellar object. Weird. Anti-tail. No tail. Anti-tail that it's a glow. It's nothing. Now that new dust poof that they call a tail. In the ecliptic plane. What a coincidence. Less than half than one astronomical unit from Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. It comes from Sagittarius, where Voyager 1 went in that direction, and the WOW signal in 1977 was received from. Don't forget that one. The WOW signal came from there. Too bright for a comet. Less than half astronomical unit from the planets. The chances of 0.005% of that to happen. Hide it behind the sun. That can provide the opportunity to make a maneuver and do whatever they want without us to notice. Censored by James Webb until November. Then, by surprise, they decided to release a crappy image. Without warning. Nickel without iron. To me, this one is very strong. Nickel without irons. A signature that only exists by design. It doesn't exist nickel without iron in any comet. Always have iron. And another one very strong. Loads of CO2 to the water it has. It has very few water. Very little water. And loads of CO2. Which is weird. Only these anomalies are already very strong. Very strong. These are anomalies that are very strong. Almost no iron. Man, they didn't discover iron. Where did you see the almost no iron? The studies they showed, they said no iron. Can be almost no iron as well. That will be the same. But the studies I saw, no iron was found. And I read them all to prepare the live streams. But these anomalies can't be evidence of alien as well. Be aware. Be aware. It's the
Ark.
The amount is negligible. Okay, I buy that. Can be. I could pass that or something. Actually, I think I heard someone telling that. I can't remember. Either ways, it's a new moon for Mars or Jupiter. That's a new one that I didn't see yet till now. There is a lot of clickbaiting for science magazines online. Man, for everything. Everything. The television, it's everywhere. And everybody wants your attention. And mine. Natural comets generically show iron and nickel, making 3i Atlas very strange, precisely. That's a strong one. They will try in Mars approach. They will be like crazy trying. No water vapor, another one. Very tiny water. Little water. Search blue beam. I know blue beam already. I explained why I think it's not yet this time. There are loads of clues that say to me that it's not yet that. Bioluminescence, I don't know. Could be. How fast is it moving? 63 point something kilometers per second. 0.45. I have a theory. Let me see. It will turn Jupiter into a sun like the movie 2010. The drop in the ocean to turn it super critical. Wow. That one is a strong one. We need Jupiter. We need Jupiter. Jupiter has a strong gravitational field that we need. Do you believe there could be cloaked UFOs in Earth's orbit? Yeah, it can happen. This one thing is for sure. This study that Dr. Villarroel did, and it was kind of, ridiculed, or at least ignored. That is a very interesting study because in the 50s, she studied the images from the telescopes from back that time that had stars disappearing. Appearing and disappearing. And in the 50s we didn't have yet anything in space, so it can't be something ours. We didn't have that technology yet. We were starting. So what were those things that are in the telescopes? Mainstream answer: glitch from the cameras. They always have a way to. I must ask ChatGPT. Be aware, I said to my wife, I use a lot AI, but be aware that AI, those shots will be the television of the future. They are designed by the system, and they will push towards always the main narrative. Cautious. It's good to, for instance, to know that question. For instance, we can go here to AI and ask, did they found any iron with the nickel in 3i Atlas? This is something very logical, and if they found and it's cataloged or registered, they will say no iron was detected in the comet. They call a comet in the, you see, the system, they call a comet here, the AI, despite the presence of nickel. You see? No. No. They found nickel vapor at a rate at 4.6 grams per second, but no iron was detected in the coma. This anomaly has sparked debate, as nickel and iron are usually forged together in stellar processes and found together in natural celestial bodies. Some researchers suggest this could point to exotic chemistry. You see the system talking? This points to exotic chemistry, such as the nickel-carbonyl pathway, or even speculative artificial origins, though the consensus remains that is a natural comet. You see the narrative there? Yes, there was no nickel. It's unusual. They can't lie that because there's a study. AI will not lie to you that. But then it pushes towards where she wants. But the consensus is, be aware. There are speculations, but the consensus is, be aware with AI with that. Filter. Use the same filters you use on television that hopefully you don't see anymore. You don't watch anymore. To be happy, for your happiness and healthy. Put your filter, the same kind of filter, reading AI. I'm insisting a lot with my wife in that because it's very convenient and AI says. AI says. AI said. AI said. Be aware of this. It's very, very, very important for the future and for other generations. Your kids, your nephews, your grandkids, whatever. How are they reading what is made of? They didn't have a sample. Good question, Get Money Jones. We on Earth can, well, not only on Earth, we with our telescopes can read the wave bands. We have, for instance, James Webb couldn't have a good picture because it was not designed to take pictures, beautiful pictures. It was designed to, is what they do with the exoplanets, the new planets they discover. It works first in a wavelength of light that we can't see. It's invisible to us, humans, infrared. And then they point to the object. In this case was 3i Atlas. It can be an exoplanet or other things. And what they measure by the wavelengths, the instruments measure the components. They can detect oxygen, carbon dioxide, water in other planets. You see, that is the mission of James Webb. So they can detect. The thing is, in this object, it's not easy to detect everything now because it's very bright and it hides things. But they could detect already many things. These components, they don't need a sample. The sample, like they did with the asteroid Bennu, that they send the probe, capture the sample, and he brought to the Earth. It's more complete. They can really have the material there and they can analyze with microscopes everything and the machines they have to know exactly what it has. And they discovered something that they couldn't with the telescopes. For instance, in asteroid Bennu, in those samples they discovered loads of carbon. So carbon, that is one of the fundamental components of life. Or amino acids. Amino acids are very important to life as well. It's crazy, man. The life phenomena, and this turns around all of that. Nature, life, what we are doing here. I'm trying to wrap my mind around what you were saying. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Sometimes I say things here. It's to stimulate on you this kind of thoughts. From this you go to other thoughts. You see. For instance, what I observe here with you, the object here moving, has no scientific value. Because I'm watching it for the view, to provide you the view of the shape, if it changed direction, we like to see it moving, where is it, what speed, if it increases or not. It's for entertainment purposes. While it's very boring actually. When they point the telescopes there, the instruments are working and doing only graphics. And then, for instance, they have a graphic that is analyzing the wavelength that tells the telescope if there's carbon dioxide, as it was. And suddenly the graphic does like a peak. Or a dip. Better saying. Does a dip? Oh, there's carbon dioxide there. You know, it's kind of their work. It's a bit boring. I don't like. But it's needed and it's very, very valuable. SpaceX. SpaceX does it. 2. When you see the circle in the sky and the rocket ship goes through it, that's the same thing. Does what? What you are talking about? The carbon being propelled in front of the object, for God's sake, man. How? SpaceX does it. You see the answer? Those weird things that make us, you know, doubt if can be alien. And the lights in front that glow. Man, we don't know. Right now the truth is, and I'm here to tell you the truth. We don't know. If tomorrow something happened, no, it's a comet, I will tell you. It's a comet. It's very interesting. We'll keep watching it. In case something is not, there's always a hope. But I will tell you it's a comet. If it's for sure a comet. For instance, it had to suddenly has all of that gas. But the problem is that right now, until now, the anomalies are so many that it's regardless what happened, it has to be very strong what happened, and the telescopes have to collect really good data that confirm it's a comet, because what it says right now it's that it's not a comet, and most likely something by design. The comet gang will have, they are having hard time. We can feel it, man. We can feel it. Are we there yet? There where? It has had lights for a while. Man, it's sometimes, the other day, I think it was yesterday, it got brighter and then it dimmed again. And today the same. I don't know why exactly. But I remember to read scientists saying that when it was away from here a lot, more than 4 astronomical units, so more than Earth-Sun distance, 4 times. And even before that they were collecting information with the telescopes, but they didn't realize he was there. We had already telescopes pointing there, but nobody noticed it. It was very dim. But going back, they analyzed those images and they realized that it had like flashes of light that were unusual. I didn't put here in the list that anomaly because I couldn't find again where they... Maybe if I ask AI, because it's an anomaly as well. Did any telescope find flashes of light? The word it was not flashes, was another word, but something similar. In 3I Atlas, when it was more than 4 AU. Let me see. There is no definitive evidence from available data of flashes of light. It was not flashes, man. However, there are relevant observations about its activity and light emissions during this period that may address your questions. Okay. Let me see. So first they observed with Atlas in Chile. Atlas is the name of the instrument. There are 4 Atlas in the world. They work together. The one that first captured it was Atlas on Chile. That's why it's called 3. It's the third one, Interstellar. Interstellar, and Atlas. Atlas was the instrument. If it was my telescope, the Dobsonian telescope, the King, it will be 3I King. Or Tiago. Usually they put the name. It will be 3I Tiago. So, when it was first observed at 4.5 astronomical units, including from TESS, a satellite, in May. And it was suggesting some form of outgassing or light emission. Later we saw that it was not outgassing. And the scientific study, though it did not specifically describe flashes, but rather diffuse glow or coma, which could imply subtle light emissions from sublimating ices or dust. I don't know, man. It was not that word that I... Thank you. It will be cool until you think on how most people will lose their minds and cows. What if it gets caught in our solar system and becomes a moon? Will that even be possible? To be possible, that will be possible if the gravity of the planets that it will pass towards, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, will be, imagine that Jupiter has a high gravity. Would have to that to be possible, yes, it's possible, but that to be possible, it has to happen something until, so Jupiter will be in 2026, May, I believe, that it will be the closest approach. And it will have to shift something in direction, the path, so it gets closer to Jupiter or to other planet and be pulled, captured by its gravity, and then it could become a moon or most likely smash into Jupiter. Thank you, Celsior, GT Celsior, for your super chat, and thank you. This is very interesting. This is very intriguing. It's amazing how mainstream science community searches hard for life out the universe, and when we find it, here we are. They're not interested, just a comet. Yeah, well, we don't know if we found or not, but it's the same. What you are saying is true. They don't want to even consider. It's something that doesn't match. Yes, you're very right, and thank you for your super chat. It's incredible, man.
Super shot.
It's the stigma. It's that sheep behavior that we all have to go in that direction, dogmatic direction, to keep our jobs. They are employees. Don't forget that. They are, most of them, Who are the scientists that are more brave and have courage to tell whatever they think? The ones that are already retired, they don't need, and they have enough to survive, they don't need any boss, any budget. And the ones that have private funds, like Avi Loeb. Avi Loeb has money to do his research by private. The ones that private, like I have here, the super chats or whatever, you know, it's not me that, oh, I will do this research, please give me fund. No. I do whatever I do and I receive because people like, and you know, it's different. While they have a budget, man. I'm a scientist. Oh, guys, this is so fascinating. I really believe this can be alien. Dr. Boss, can I, Dr. Director of the department, can I study and explore more the possibility of this being an alien? What? Are you crazy? Go back to your work and study the climate as I told you. We need to get it to the news tomorrow. Otherwise, I will cut the budget of all the department. It's how this works. Not exactly like this, but you know, you don't need to say the words. People know. It's how it works, man. We are trapped in that. And then in social, you see people that wants to be, you know, I don't know, to win money or credibility. First credibility, then they do the business. And selling books, everybody does that. It's not a problem. The problem is how you go through that path of pleasing, flattering the ones that you think that can help you in the system. So the other then start clapping the hands and, oh, that's a good one. He knows that the narrative as it should be. Doesn't believe in aliens, those crazy guys with tinfoils. It's how it works, man. And while we can't, science is stuck. I see science right now as a bunch of dinosaurs, man. Stuck. And whatever they innovate is working for projects that the only thing that will do is to control us. In 2020, how many scientists were? We are not stupid. They treat us like stupids, but we are not. We write their paychecks and they lie to us. But that's like politics. We always are paying to their pockets, and they lie every day in our faces, and they laugh. If you had to bet on what Atlas is, what would you realistically bet that is hypothetically? I said it a bunch of times here. If I want what I believe it is right now, tomorrow might be different. I see something, oh, hold on. This is different. But as it is right now, and since the beginning, well, not since the beginning. Since the beginning, I thought it could be alien, but not sure very well. Now what I think is, it's a probe from aliens, a good one, camouflaged like a rock, so it can be a good camouflage and at the same time resistant to the universe harsh environment. They are gathering information as we do with Voyager 1, Voyager 2 and Pioneer 10 and 11. So it's nothing new, but they are more advanced than us. And they, as more advanced they are, they don't have our crappy probes. They have probes that last long and that somehow they can contact and maneuver. Probably they have knowledge about warp, speed and things like that. I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's connected with Oumuamua. I think it was another gathering information. I think they have no aliens inside. I think it's just something to gather information. They are there. They are there in their location, not here in the probe. And in the spacecraft or whatever. And I think they know already who we are and what we do. And that they will try to pass without causing much trouble or attention, drawing attention. I think that it's their goal. That's why they sent from Sagittarius. That's why they have a behavior that is not very disturbing or suspicious. They didn't change the trajectory. Then, from then, it can be many things. It can be a probe that is lost and nobody has contact. It's what I think. Look, what happened? In 29 of October, it's a perihelion. Now I understand why they have the bunkers. No. I don't know. Maybe a catastrophe. There are 1,000 telescopes across the world and all of them are watching this. Yes, they are. Everyone is watching this. It's the most interesting because even now, let's suppose it's natural. If it's natural, it can be. There's a percentage that I think it can be natural, but not a comet. If it's natural and it's an exotic object, different than anything that we ever saw here, I think there are many people that it's interested. Either ways, it's interested in study it because it will give us a unique opportunity to know what's happening outside our solar system. It's only the third object, guys. Here for the third time, and it's very weird object. So yes, they are not making too much noise around it. Just that. Everything is always speculation until we have facts. Yeah, we just don't know. Is it possible for alien to carry their Earth and bring it to our Earth? That's a hell of a job, man. To bring the people only. That will be a hell of a job as well. Look, the size of it, as they don't know yet the size exactly. But according to these studies, they realize that it can have 46 kilometers. I think it's too much. It doesn't have. But let's say it has. So it can fit Manhattan. So pick all that people. Love from India. Love to India as well. Man, today I purchased Indian food I ordered Indian food. What was? Tikka masala, something like that. It was spicy, very good. Crypto Devil. Ooh. What if is the remains of the theory that Theia crashed with the Earth now coming back? So Theia was that object that we think it crashed into the Earth and caused the moon, basically. What if it is the remains of the theory that Theia crashed with the Earth, now coming back? Let's see if I understood your question. The remains of the theory. The remains of the theory. The remains of the theory. But the debris, it's a debris is what you mean? A debris from Theia? Or the remains, or is it connected with Theia? I don't understand very well your question. Is it connected with the Theia? Hypothesis, that is an hypothesis, they don't know very well. Rescue mission. Ah, okay. But rescue who? Because Theia, what they think is that Theia crashed with the Earth and then formed the Moon. It was in a wild period. I don't know. Based on a theory of Theia. Is it connected with the theory of Theia? Now let's do something, because people might not. It's a good question, man. I don't know. Hold on. Let's clarify this. The Theia hypothesis, it's not a theory. Look, we say hypothesis. Theory is when we have strong evidence. It's an hypothesis. Like, is this alien? It's an hypothesis. Is this a comet? Comet is an hypothesis. Wish they should do as an hypothesis, but they don't. They impose. You see the dogma? It's not a comet. They don't know. It's an hypothesis. It's a comet. That's the truth. I hate they are lying to us. Then we'll see if it's or not. The hypothesis is a leading scientific theory explaining the formation of the Earth's moon. So it says that 4.5 billion years ago, during the early solar system, a Mars-sized protoplanet named Theia collided with a proto-Earth. This catastrophic impact ejected a massive amount of material from the Earth's mantle into orbit, which eventually formed the moon. So this is all that I know already, but I don't see anything about anybody. No one knows. It explains not only the moon's origin, but also Earth's early evolution, but that we know. Let me see what AI says. Can it be... it will say no. Connected. It will say no. You'll see. With... I will ask different way. Can it be connected with an alien civilization hypothetically visiting us? Let's see what it says. Because if I say 3i Atlas, it will plug it directly to the matrix. Connecting Theia to the alien civilization is speculative. Okay, I know. But intriguing. So the Theia impact... Hold on. How do we spell this?
Theia.
Theia. So the Theia impact may have delivered key ingredients for life, such as water or organic compounds, to Earth. Some theories suggest comets or asteroids, potentially including Theia's debris, seeded Earth with volatiles. An advanced alien civilization might have detected these conditions as favorable for life, prompting a visit billions of years later to observe the results. Haha! It's better, Crypto Devil. It's better. We have something. Humanity. Speculatively, aliens could have seeded the Earth with life intentionally, so a panspermia, during or after the impact, viewing the newly formed Earth-Moon system as a prime experiment. The same thing that I just did in my garden, seeding. But they are so advanced that they could during Theia. It's kind of, the compost was there, back that time with Theia, was the compost with the earth, the soil. The ingredients were there, they detected. Let's see there. And they see, man, that's crazy, man. The moon, formed by Theia impact, stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, creating a stable climate conducive to complex life. An alien civilization might recognize this stability as a rare feature, making Earth a target for exploration or contact. Man, this is crazy. I like the answer. You see, but you have to ask differently. The moon also serves as a hypothetical base for alien visitors, given its proximity and lack of atmosphere, making it an ideal observation post.
They are in the moon.
They are there observing. Is Theia remnants? They have unique chemical or isotopic signatures. An advanced civilization might detect this as evidence of a catastrophic event, prompting investigation into Earth's history or its potential for life. Aliens with advanced technology could interpret the Earth-Moon system's unusual origin as a marker of a planet worth studying. This civilization might have left subtle markers in the debris field or lunar material. Future human exploration of the moon could uncover such evidence. Man, this is crazy, man. It's getting crazier. It's getting crazier, crypto. Alternatively, aliens visiting now might be drawn to Earth due to its unique history, including the Theia impact, which they could detect through geological or astronomical analysis. This is crazy, and thank you for becoming an explorer. Man, this is crazy. A ultra explorer, man.
You are an ultra explorer.
Crazy, 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 man. What a great answer that AI gives us. Thank you, man, for being an ultra explorer, joining the ultra spaceship. Man, this was, and I was going to close this, man. This was the craziest thing of the night. I never thought of this, man. That much, and that puts everything, you know. Creative scenario. It ends with this. Imagine an alien civilization, billions of years advanced, monitoring young planetary systems. It's what I think, a break. It's what I think it's happening here. This is to monitor what I just said about this hypothesis. It's what I think this is connected with. Right now, tomorrow I may think differently. I think they have ways, for instance, they send these probes or whatever, like rocks, to this system, to other systems that we don't know and they already know. Remember, there are billions of years. In billions of years, it's massive, man. How many years we have in this high technology exponential rise? Centuries, man. 2 centuries, 3? How many years we were here? Billion. Earth has 4.6 billions, man. In almost all that time, we didn't evolve almost nothing. Primitive completely. And humans have, they estimate probably we have more, but they were, because they were discovering. First it was 50,000 years. Then it was 100,000 years. Now they discovered more things. And it's 200,000, but tomorrow they can discover it and see 500,000. We don't know. So it's very, very... It's a long time for a civilization that could survive till then. It surpasses AI, everything. This is crazy, man. I'll dream with this tonight. Imagine that alien civilization. They detect that Theia impacts massive energy signature. Of course, because the impact of Theia, that they say it's Mars size, it's like Mars impacting the Earth. Crazy. And mark Earth as a planet with potential for life due to its new moon and altered chemistry. Remember that we can detect, sometimes I point to Betelgeuse, to see, we can detect difference of variation of life of Betelgeuse. And Betelgeuse is inside our galaxy. But we can detect faraway objects as well, and James Webb as well. But we can't limit inside this box that this is all we get. As an advanced civilization with billions of years advancing could have telescopes or even other ways to detect that information, as we do with asteroids. How did we capture this? We noticed the movement and the brightness. With our instruments right now, a few years ago we couldn't. Right now, we could detect that movement. An advanced civilization can do the same, but at a larger scale and at a higher level. It's thinking out of the box. It's possible, man. If they are so advanced, we think that we are the most advanced that exists, and it's much unlikely. I don't believe, man. I think we are very primitive. Very, very primitive. Just look at us, fighting each other, killing each other. We are primitive, man. So imagine that civilization. It explodes, a bright light, and their scans, beep, 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 beep. We detected something on that system. Let's go there. Send a probe. Oumuamua first. Eons later, they return to find intelligent life, humans, Oumuamua, and investigate, perhaps leaving subtle clues in lunar rocks or Earth's deep mantle. Deep mantle, we don't explore a lot, so we don't know very well what is. We have to explore much more from the oceans, from the Earth, and then we are focusing in searching for things that we already know. We can't get out of the box and explore, as archaeologists, explore things that we can't imagine that they exist. It's crazy. But it is what it is. So we are searching for... It's like I'm searching for... I don't know, things that I know already that I have in the garden, and I search. And I can't imagine that can be, I don't know, gold there, because I don't imagine that gold exists. Something like that. And the moon the same. There's loads of speculation about the moon. What's the secrets that are in the moon? Are they hiding something? For sure. As usual. Man, this is crazy. Such a scenario is science fiction, but could inspire... okay. Okay, is now... Okay, science fiction. Okay. Hold on. And then he's doing AI a map, Earth-Moon system comparison to other planets, the key traits of Earth-Moon system with other planetary systems in our solar system, highlighting features that might make Earth uniquely interesting to an alien civilization. Crazy, 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 man. Thank you so much, especially for your question. See ya. Okay, I will land the spaceship with this in my mind. I will do something in the telescope. I will put my music with my headphones and be outside with my telescope, dreaming about the return of the Theia visitors, Theia event. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day or night, and I'll see you tomorrow in this live stream. Bye bye. Thank you.